opportunity to touch few bundles because spiritually you don't have that magnetic force to pull money and then sustain it. It will slip through your fingers. Sometimes financial literacy is very important. When you are educated about money, it is very important. There are some people, they have allowed certain resources to go wasted just like that. And they tend to ascribe all these things to demons and principality. But when you sit down and dive deeply into how they wasted all those resources, you could see clearly that majority of those people, they were not having that capacity. They were not having the ground and the right channel of knowledge regarding money. Okay? Apart from that, spiritually, you must get a very strong spirit. You must get a very strong spirit to support you spiritually, to pull money to your end. Now, let me tell you something. Money, as they say, is a weapon that when you possess it, it gives you that freedom. It makes you to become very powerful in the society, even in the sight of God. Right? In the sight of God. When you have money, it makes you very powerful. Now, let me tell you, Abraham was blessed by God, but he was never Abraham until when he became materially sophisticated, when he became very rich physically. Now, so irrespective of whom you are, your intellectual prowess, the kind of capacity you have gained intellectually in society, once you have nothing to write home about when it comes to money, I'm telling you that you lose it all. People will lose their sense of respect for you. So money is very important. And probably because of the many things to which money comes in with, because of that, it is not easy to get money. I'm telling you the truth. It is not as easy as you think to get money. I know people who have various jobs, in terms of those people who are into the sector of white-collar job. When we talk about white-collar job, people who are government workers, they are being paid. You see, they are being paid. But you see, anytime that money touches their hands, they don't even know what to do with it. Marian says, "You are right, Prophet. I had money before, but I misuse it." Yes, there are some people who doesn't have the right channel of knowledge when it comes to money. And probably because of that, it is actually going against them. It is going against them. No matter the amount that you give it to them, it will slip through their fingers, and just like that. So now let's get back on track regarding what I was actually telling you people. Have you realized that? Have you realized that? Now, when you go to the Christian side, when you move to the Islamic side, the traditional worshippers, all these people have a deity or a spiritual body who champions their worship. When it comes to the Christian side, the Christians have Jesus. They worship God through Jesus. Jesus is the sole champion of Christianity. When you go to the Islamic sector, they have Muhammad to be their champion, and they call upon their Allah. Now, when it comes to the traditional sector, they have various deities. When you go to Nigeria, all the countries in the world, people who are deeply rooted in traditional practices and stuff like that, They have their deities to which they bow and then fellowship with. Now, have you realized that in all these worship that I've made mention, majority of their followers are poor? Have you realized that when it comes to Christianity, God will tell you that riches and money belongs to me, but the majority of the Christians are poor. Now, when you go to the Islamic sector, they will tell you Allah has that mandate, the power to bless you for you to become rich. Now, when it comes to the traditional sector, they will tell you that the gods they are serving has that mandate to become, to make them to become successful in life. Now, when it comes to money, listen to me carefully. When it comes to money, three things should come in your mind. First, those who will possess the land and enjoy in the land are people who normally does an extraordinary things. People who are involved in doing scary deeds. Scary not in the essence of taking your life. Scary not in the essence of hurting somebody to amass an illicit wealth or something of that sort. But it is scary in the essence of when all are pulling out, then you are willing to pump in or to pull in. When all are pulling out, you are willing to put in. When all are asleep, you are awake as at that time when people are asleep to find ways to navigate your way out. When people are asleep, they will be working so hard. So the people who does an extraordinary things or an engagement, they are the very ones who normally breaks out in life. Now, the second thing, now I am telling you the physical thing that you're supposed to do. So when it comes to business, when people are asleep, then you try and be at work and work things out. Working things out in the essence of trying to get your objective right physically, then spiritually too, you support your business, because once you don't fortify your business and ground it very well, I'm telling you that somebody will crush you spiritually when you are asleep. There is no man of God here on earth or any businessman who sleeps at night. They normally go into bed lately, sometimes 4 o'clock a.m., 5 o'clock a.m. So during 11:30 p.m. to 12 o'clock a.m., 2, 3, 1, I'm telling you that there is no businessman or a champion or a man or a woman who owns a chain of business conglomerate who is asleep as at them. So you see, you do the extraordinary to sustain the wealth that you have. If it takes for you to protect it spiritually, you do it. Even spiritually, for you to become strong, you do the extraordinary. If you understand what I'm saying. Now, on the other side is surrounding yourself with good people. I'm telling you, there are some of you people who are watching me. You were very fortunate to have been blessed by God with huge sums of money. But you see, today, all the money that you had as a then, it has slipped through your fingers. Why? Because the people you surrounded yourself with, they were not having a good spirit. You see, sometimes, have you asked yourself, the rich men in the society who actually have this particular education, in the essence of surrounding yourself with like minds, have you asked yourself why when people are getting closer to them, they try to push them back? Do you know why? They have that intuition, intuitive spirit to sense it when somebody carries a negative energy and they are coming to them. So they try to pull those people back. They don't allow those people to mingle with them in the society. Why? Because There are people who are very dangerous physically. They are dangerous not in the essence of they possess any artillery or a military grade weapon or anything of that sort, but they are dangerous in their own way. And those people, they have a very bad historical tale, a very bad trait. Maybe that person could be your brother, your sister. No matter the amount of money you give to that person, still that person will allow that money to go waste. That person actually talks too much. Now, when you get closer to people who actually talks too much in a society, I'm telling you, too much of talking, sometimes it tends to reveal certain secrets that are not meant to come out. So if you are a woman and you talk too much, I'm telling you, it will be very difficult to get a rich man to marry. Because when you cast your eyes into the society in this end time, you could see clearly that there's no rich man's wife who actually talks too much. There is no rich man's wife who actually comes to social media and make fool out of herself. Majority of the women who are always found on the social media making noise and creating chaos and stuff like that, injecting into the system troubles and stuff, you could see that they are single women. They don't have any good husband out there who is willing to put their names on them and legalize them to become their wives. Majority of them, they were not well brought up. And you see, because in this end time, this social media always pays. They come there, disgrace themselves, then people also watch it. Then they get a chicken change out of it, without thinking deeply about the repercussions that will bring on them in the near future. So, if you want to become successful, you should be very decisive, be selective, be calculated when you are allowing people to get closer to you. Because the little source of income that maybe you have, or the little money that you have acquired unto yourself, one single mistake can drain you down. I know a lot of prominent and brilliant people who began life in a very nice way. Their foundations were very strong and good as well. But somewhere along the line, because they didn't affiliate themselves to good people, they allow anyhow. You see, they allow anyhow people. There are some people in the society, I call them as anyhow. They talk, they don't have any futuristic approach. They talk anyhow. They stand at any particular zone to open their mouth 360 wide. Talk completely border dash. Sometimes when you pick some of their words and piece it together, you could see that it is not well substantive. So you see, surrounding yourself with a good source of energy, people that have the same mentality of your own, will help you to become successful. The physical aspect of getting yourself prepared to become rich in society is what I'm telling you. Now, people tend to tell the rich people in the society that they don't like humans. They are not good because they don't allow people to come to them. Let me tell you, all the people that you see in the society, majority of them are carrying a negative energy. And sometimes the stupid action of somebody will cut you short in society. So physically, be very careful with the type of people you allow them to get closer to you. The people you entertain. Because those people, one way or the other, their actions will go a long way to have a detrimental effect on your life. It will affect you. Some of you people, you were fortunate to have been blessed by God. At least, if you have had the opportunity to touch £1,000, £50,000, if you are watching me, and you have touched £50,000, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years, 6 years ago, under no circumstance should you stood low to allow such money to slip through your fingers. Some of you have bad siblings. You have people in a society that envies you. There are some people among your friends, your peers, your colleagues who are jealous of your success. And all those people are people with negative energy. People who envies you. Once they can't get to where you have gotten to in life, the only thing they can do is to sabotage you behind you, is to try and then jeopardize you behind you. So people who are envious of you, those people, you cut them short. And some of you, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, they are people who are jealous of your success. Those people, you cut them. You cut them from your life. You cut them because you can't become successful. A greedy person who has affiliated his or herself to you will tend to betray and sell you out, because that person will sell you out of greediness. People who are jealous of you will sell you out. Haven't you read the other time when I exposed what actually transpired that led to the betrayal of Jesus? Not knowing that some of the apostles who were always found with Jesus day and night, they are envious of him. Some of the apostles were jealous of Jesus. Now there were 72. Now they reduced to 12, and even among the 12, they reduced to 11. So ask yourself that what happened? What happened? Read the Bible to understand certain code of this life. Now, if you read the Bible clearly, you could see that when a woman walked to the gathering where Jesus and his apostles were feasting, this woman actually poured an expensive perfume on the head of Jesus. And the very moment the woman poured this particular perfume on the head of Jesus, look at what they said. They said to the woman that it is a waste of money. Imagine having an apprentice of these types where they are jealous of even the good things that come to you, the good tidings that people bestowed upon you. They are jealous of it. If not jealousy, greediness, enviness, why would the apostles of Jesus rise up against him in the essence that a woman has come from nowhere to honor Jesus? Answer me. If not out of envy, greediness, why would the apostles be against Jesus when a woman deemed it fit to honor Jesus by buying a perfume with a sweet fragrance and very expensive to pour on the head of Jesus? And that particular moment, after this act, it triggered the motion of the apostles, where they went as far as to attack the woman, telling the woman that what she has done is not worth it. Why? Because the woman was supposed to sell the thing out and bring the money to those the apostles. So you should ask yourself, there are some people that you have who are very close to you. In a low tone, they are jealous of you. They are very jealous of you. They envy every aspect of your life. And those people, if care is not taken, they will bring you down. There are so many people who were cut short because of enviness from their own brothers, from their own sisters. Because why it is always you and not them? Why it is always you, not them? So they have that mentality. So once you allow those people to get closer to you, I'm telling you that you're not going to like the outcome. So you see, understand this concept. There is a network problem. There is a network problem. So sorry about that. If you are experiencing any inconveniences in your live telecast, please. Sorry about that. So you see, like what I was telling you, like what I was actually telling you, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful, because physically, the actions of people can drain you. The actions of people can drain you very well. If you don't get yourself prepared, the actions of people can drain you. Now, the reason why I don't allow people to get closer to me, because of my past experiences with some of the people. There are some people you allow them to get closer to you, and at the end of the day, they will try to take advantage of you. They'll go out there and spill out things that are highly untruthful about you. And you know how fast lies always spread. Lies always travel at an inconceivable speed. So when people target you and decides to spread lies about you, it will travel at a very faster rate. So to save yourself from all this stress and make sure you are always in line, you function within your given jurisdiction, stay away from those people. At the early beginning, you see, once they keep on putting a call across to your end, and then they don't get you, or you don't necessarily pick their calls, they will tell you that you have become arrogant ever since you touched few dollars. They will stop talking, and they will understand at this moment you don't want to have them as friends anymore. You don't want to affiliate yourself to them. Some of you were blessed. You were having $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 pounds, and you stood so low. Now you have wasted the money. You have wasted the money. If you were to be educated, I don't think you would have stood so low to allow things to fall on the bad side like that. So understand this. Physically take all these things into consideration. Take these things. Do you know somebody will just sit there, get closer to you, and see what you receive at the end of the month, and feel jealous of it and decide to take you to a fetish priest or priestess to work negatively against you? Do you know that people have that silly spirit in them? Do you know that people have that silly spirit in them? They don't know you from anywhere. They just get closer to you and get access to your pay slip, get access to certain things about you, and they just take you to a fetish priest to work negatively against you just like that. So to save yourself from all this stress, block some people and let them say whatever they will say. Me, there's nothing they haven't told me. They have said all sort of things to me, level all sorts of accusations and chastise me and stuff like that. But you see, I don't care. As far as I am right on track, as far as things are working for me, whatever that you say is between you and the spirit, because I've already told the spirit that I'm serving that anybody who says anything negatively against me, the spirit should deal with the person. So the reason why I don't waste my time to regarding those people, I don't necessarily waste my time regarding those people, is because I have a champion behind closed doors who is handling all these matters. So please, watch your friends, watch people who are very close to you, because one way or the other, they can fight you and fight your finances. Now, the last thing is about spirituality. If you are not strong, even what you have will be taken from you. You see, Jesus actually said this to his people, that those who think they don't have, even what they have, will be taken from them. It is a serious statement that was made by Jesus. A serious statement that was made by Jesus. He says, those who think they don't have, even the little that they have, will be taken from them. It should tell you that if you don't have that spiritual capacity, I'm telling you, the little you have in your hands will be taken from you. The job centers, you receive a resignation, a termination of an appointment. They will terminate your appointment at your workplace, and you go home and decide to cry, asking yourself so many questions, asking yourself, where did you get wrong? What have you done? My dear, it's not that you have done anything wrong, but it's just that something is going on closed doors against you. They have worked spiritually against you. So be very strong and rugged at the same time. Be rugged. Don't be too merciful. Don't be too merciful. If you become too merciful unto people, you can't get there. I'm telling you, there are some people, they have become stones. Some have become rocks. And you need to break them and take them from your ways. You see, don't be too merciful. Some of you people, you have a very soft heart. You have a very soft heart. And because of that, it's not helping you to get to your destination's life. Don't be too merciful. You are too merciful. You are too merciful. Things that you're supposed to take actions against, you sit there and say that I give all to God. Who told you that? Let me tell you, go back to history. Go back to history and check the records. The Jewish people don't forgive. I'm telling you this secret today. The Jewish people, they don't forgive. The ancient Israelite, they don't forgive. Once you hurt them, they will pen your name down and classify you as their enemies. And even if it takes 1,000 years, they will come after you, hunt you down. They will come after you and hunt you down. So when you're too merciful and you think, oh, the ways of the Lord is by becoming merciful unto everybody, this is a mental weapon. This is a mental weapon that our slave masters have used to weaken our state of reasoning. So things you're supposed to take actions against. Imagine somebody telling you when they slap you here, you turn the other side for them. You see, this is a mental weapon, a slavery weapon to incapacitate you physically, so that even the things you are not supposed to, you are too soft. Master, let me tell you, before a river will get to its destination, it has to remove every tree, every herb, every stone, every object that tends to become a stumbling block. Before every water will get to its destination, before every water will get to its destination, it must remove every stumbling block on the way. So when you become a stumbling block, to my destiny. I'm telling you, I'll take you down. I'll take you down. Have you asked yourself why Opatafuo is always successful? Because I don't joke with things. I will show mercy to people whom I deem it fit. Listen to me. I will show mercy to people to whom I deem it fit. But there are some people you will never have my mercy. I will come after you, hunt you down. And that is me. And by becoming that, this is where even in the rest of the spirit, the demons and principality will take you serious. Because after all, the witches in your family, the last time that they destroy your other relationship, you couldn't take any spiritual actions against them. So they see you as a soft person. They see you as a soft person. Even in the family, among your own siblings and neighborlings. Once they keep on misbehaving towards you, and you don't take any concrete actions against them, they see you as a fool. If anybody rises up in the family, the person will tend to fight you. They will tend to bring any foolish thing to your doorstep. But once they see you that, hey, Opatafuo is a no-nonsense person, you see that they will become very calculative and very careful anytime they tend to initiate any actions at you. You see how politicians are rugged and ruthless people. How kings and queens are ruthless. Once you show yourself to become an enemy, they will crack you down. I'm telling you. So Christianity is not about having a soft heart and always trying to move in a sober way. You want people to say that, oh, this woman, she's too good. She's too good. Oh, she doesn't like talking. Sister, at this moment in your life, if you don't voice out, you will die. At this moment, if you don't take spiritual actions against it, it will drain you. And one thing leads to the other. One thing leads to the other. One thing leads to the other. If you don't rise up and grab the bull by its horn, and you always fold your arms and weeping, let me tell you, where would your tears go? Your crying. You see, there is this animal in the bush. Sometimes when it feels sad, it will gallivant within that terrain and catch any animal that it comes into contact with and beats the hell out of that animal. And once the animal who is being beaten is crying, then this animal will be dancing to it. Go and check it. In the tree language, we call it osisire. Sisire. So sometimes you think you are sharing tears, but your tears becomes a sound of music in the ears of your enemies. So they like it when you are always in pain. They like it when you are sharing tears. They like it when you are going through tough moments and you feel like you should take your life. There are some of you people what you're going through, but by the time you are being relieved of it, it will break you into pieces and you can't bounce back onto your feet anymore. I'm telling you the truth. So Opatafuo, I don't joke. I don't joke a bit. Have you realized why nobody plays with my name on the internet? Have you asked yourself? These so-called pastors who don't have anything. Me, you misbehave, I'll come after you. I'll hunt you down. I can put my life on the line. You see, the sort of education that we're giving to you people, right from the onset, a Christian will buy a land, leave it there, and the worldly people will come and possess the land by force. And by so doing, you lose it. You will not get your money in return. So you have lost the money, you have lost the land, everything. Now you are to start everything all over again. And rewriting of deck. Have you asked yourself the energy you will lose, the resources you will spend, the time you will waste? Have you asked yourself? So me in life, I don't like writing of deck in life. I don't like any of deck. So I make sure I hit the nail by its head, just like that. Whatever you say about me, let's meet spiritually and solve it. And that is it. That is it. So some of you people, you have that soft heart. And because of that, you will not prosper. There are people, when chicken changes start coming to your hand, you see the witches in your family, they will start hunting you. Throwing all sort of weapons at you. The weapon of disgrace. The weapon of setback. The weapon of broken hearts. You see? The weapon of sudden death. Cataclysmic weapons. High road accidents. Shameful and heinous crimes. Your enemies will throw all these weapons at you. You must establish an Asian landmark and tell your enemies that if they cross it, you will never show them mercy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So you see, look for a right source and affiliate yourself to them. Have you asked yourself why the rich men in the society of late, majority of them, they have gone to affiliate themselves to top secret organizations? And you think those people, they go there to serve God or they go there to sing praises? We lift your name higher. We lift your name higher. You think they go there to sing those praises? And after that, they come back home. Let me tell you, they go there and present on the table the people who have hurt them. Some of you people, you think in the midst of the gathering of businessmen, sometimes you think that they are discussing about business ideas. I'm telling you, you are getting it wrong. They gathered together themselves, and each one of them will present onto the table who has become a stumbling block, who has become a blockage in their life, who has become an enemy, posing a threat to their kingdom. And once they are able to fish all these things together, all what everybody said, they will piece it together, sit down, devise a technical approach and how to get that person knocked out. And this is what they have been doing. And you as a believer, as a charismatic Pentecostal and Orthodox, always you fold your arms and you leave everything. Master, there are some cases I'll leave for God. But there are some cases I'll come after you because power has been given to me. You see, one of the silly things that Moses did was that when they were wallowing in long suffering, where they had no water to drink, power was given to Moses. And at that moment, instead of Moses was to use the power to provide comfortability to the people and then unto himself, he stood so low, carrying the staff and still crying and complaining bitterly unto God. Until when he went to God, and then God told him that, Moses, you are not using your brains. I have given you a staff that I have imbued my powers on. When you raise the staff, everything you say will come into the manifestation. When you curse, it will happen. When you bless, it will happen. So why waste your time and come here? Now go back and point the rod to a stone. You see, ask yourself, was he not having that particular rod? So once you have Jesus, Jesus is your rod. When you come after me, no time for prayers. I will launch an attack. And that is me. That is how I was trained. And that is how I was brought up. I'm not that type that has a softened heart like that. You fight me, I'll fight you back. And that is it. So have this mindset. Have this mindset. And you see that having this mindset will save you from a lot of troubles. People will become very mindful of their actions towards you because they know that when you cross the Asian landmark, when it comes to Opatafuo, he will not allow things to go just like that. And this is me. This is me. You bite me once, I bite you 7 times. Then we settle it. So that next time, you not go and sit somewhere and say, oh, even when I bit Opatafuo, he didn't say anything. No. I'll come after you, crush you spiritually and physically. All those who took to themselves to bring me down. All those who took to themselves to bring me down in Ghana, I have crippled their life. They will not function in any corridors in their life. I have crippled them. Some of them, I have taken them down to the grave. That is me. Jesus told them that I am he. You crippled them. You crippled them. All those pastors. Now, years ago, there was a pastor who lives in UK. He used to come live and brag. Opatafuo, who are you? You are nobody. I will deal with you. And after that, when he came out and said all these things, he thought that it was going to end there. He thought it was going to end there. By the time that I finished with that guy, I'm not sure he will come out. I know most of you people are aware of that guy. I traced him, changed him, and chained his destiny to the bottomless pit. Crushed his ministry, crushed his family, and imposed a suffering of 70 years onto him. He will suffer with the generation. Next time when he come out, you will not tamper with people just like that. The shame that I imposed onto that guy, it was beyond comprehension. That is me. I will tear you and prove to you that you are nobody. Now, this little boy who lives in Kofodia, that I made mention of his name, that the other time when I was actually talking about him, that they presented, they wrote my name on a paper and decided to sacrifice animals. I told him that by the time that I finish with him, the disgrace I'll put him through and the stress I'll bring upon him, the broken hearts he will go through, after I'm done with him, he will understand why Opatafuo doesn't joke. So you see, now this guy who was gallivanting in this country and he thought he was having connections, I have that America's sort of mentality. The Americans will tell you that they don't care about their God. You see, the Americans will tell you they don't care about the religion you practice, the God you serve. Once you mistake and put yourself on the table as an enemy, they will treat you as such, and they will promise you that a stranger will raise your kids. This is me. I can make life unbearable. I'll crush you down. Me, no pastor in this country who so-called archbishop or you were fetish priest or you were king. I'll crush you down. Me. So you don't bring your foolishness to my doorstep. I want my sons and daughters to become like me. I want my sons and daughters to become like me. When you move like that, everywhere you go, they will give you respect. I don't care the connections that you have, the political power you have, the people you have at your disposal. So because of that, you think you can come after Opatafuo and misbehave. Try and let's see. Thousands of people have changed their destinies and they can't come for it. Come and let's see. Come, if you have the right artilleries, the weapons to shoot Opatafuo down and come for it, you just come. Do you know the number of people who lives in this country who are suffering because of me? I'll chase you at night and you can't run faster than your shadow. I'm the shadow behind it. You can't run faster than I do. I'll chase you, catch you, take whatever that I deem it fit. I'll break you into pieces. And because of that, I live a stress-free life. I live a stress-free life, my dear. If not, people will torment you. People will worry you every now and then. You want to ask yourself, me, you misbehave, I shut down church. I don't care. But let's meet on the playground and let's see. Charlie, next month, I haven't fought. All this while, I haven't fought. I don't know why they don't like me, because Opatafuo, he takes things too serious. And if care is not taken, he will crack you. So next month, I'll start visiting my old cases, all those that I've had issues with right from 2020, and start visiting their cases. I'll start visiting them. So please, with all due respect, if you are a noble fan of Opatafuo, your father Opatafuo has never lost any battle before. So you can't lose it. You can't lose it. Some Yaros, I call them Yaros, they try putting things together. There is an occultic organization in this country who is mostly businessmen. Their champion, they took me to what I actually did to them. They didn't like it. What I did to them, they didn't like it. So please, with all due respect, you sit there and a single person will create problems for you. Do you think majority of the things that you're going through, there are people who has evil hands in it? There are people who has evil hands in it. Until you sit up, work on yourself and bring them down. Imagine that foolish guy who lives in Kofodia bush. A foolish guy who has gotten a chicken change. He had the gut to mention my name on his water. Sacrifice a cow and tell the so-called foolish God that he's serving, an idiot God of that type, that stupid deity, that is either the deity disgrace me or the deity takes my life. Now this deity had the guts that Opatafuo will come to Accra, so go and sprinkle this on Accra Road so that when he gets there, I'll crash him. Now, do you know something? If the gods wants to use you for sacrifice, They will first make you a mad person, and after that, they will cut you off. And that is me. If I want to bring you down, I'll give you series of disgrace. You walk through the shadows of darkness. And don't think any God from this earth can come to me and just liberate you from my hands. It will never happen. Even the gods of this country, they are aware that this guy is dangerous. Have you asked yourself why nobody gets closer to me? Nobody has been able to bring a single record. If you are out there, you can allow yourself for people to use you to come after me. And I promise you, there is only two things that will happen. Either somebody will raise your kids, or you yourself, you show your nakedness to the world. And that is me. This small boy, he doesn't have anything, you know. When he pays homage to people's funerals and stuff like that, he go there with 10 CDs and throws it out, and he thinks he has money. Now there was this guy who rose highly in this country. There was this small young vibe who rose in this country, and he had the guts and had that mindset that Opatafuo is his competitor. So he has to hide behind scenes and incite, pay people to come after him. I gave him series of warning. One day, I just cut off his tongue like that. Now, next month, I will revisit the case and I'll make life unbearable for him in this country. This is me. This is me. If you don't know, if you are doing something against me, better change. Better change, because me, I don't forgive just like that. I show mercy to whom that I deem it fit. I show mercy to whom that I deem it fit. I show mercy to whom that I deem it fit. You see? So please, noble fans, if you don't take time, somebody will cut. This is what you have to understand. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? If you are the king of the night, I'm a viceroy. So you see, this is me. This guy, he had the gut to pay people, go behind scenes, tell somebody to come and chastise me publicly, pay different fetish priests and priestess. He had the gut to come and frame up a story telling people that his mother has served her course on earth. So if she has kicked the bucket, there is no problem. Your foolishness cost you your mother's life. When you gave money to your mother and your sister to take a French leave, to embark on a spiritual journey, seeking for powers from power to power to bring Opatafuo down. At a point, you shot a weapon at my father, and I was there keeping quiet. When I started reacting, you see what your mother went through. Your foolishness, you think you are smart, but you don't know you are uneducated. You don't have, easy young man, you don't have that capacity. Let me tell you, next month will be unbearable for you. Next month will be unbearable unless I take any of your children or take your wife. And from that, I'll become calm and let things go off. And even with that, it will cost you few dollars. Me, I don't forgive like that too. I can keep silent and watch you misbehave. When the time is due, I'll come after you. I'm telling you. I swear by my father, I can watch you to misbehave. But when the time is come, I'll come after you. I'll hunt you down. I'll crack you open. If you think you are unmovable, I am the wind that moves trees and stone. You are too small for me. You are too small for me. You don't know Opatafuo. Go and consult your deities. Mention not your deities. Go and ask them. I don't threat. I take things. And this is me. I'll come after you. I'll come after you. I'm telling you, I will never let things go. And we will not settle anything peacefully. Me, if you bring even an angel, we will not settle it peacefully. I'll come after you. I promise you. I'll come after you. Yes, Linda. He gave money to his sister and then mother to go and look for powers and crack me down because he is sinking financially, spiritually. His ministry life is collapsing, so they had to bring me down. And they don't know the number of eyes that I have. You see this? You see this? This is my left hand. How many eyes do you see in it? This is my right hand. How many eyes? Check my hair. How many eyes? I'm a bad guy. Take my sort of mentality, and nobody will joke with you. Take my sort of mentality, and nobody will joke with you. You hear from me as how you buried your mother, you bury your own child too. I'll come after you. Trust me. You can go and join every secret society here on earth. I've given you that merit. All the deities of this country can come together and support you spiritually. I'll come after you. And I'll hunt you down. I'll tear you into pieces. And prove to you that you are nobody. Next time, it is not everybody that you're supposed to wrong. When you are doing or committing a crime against anybody, you must think twice. I will open the bottomless pit. I'm talking about the 8th realm. And bury you there and prove to you that you are nobody. You, let's see. You think Opatafuo I joke? Eh? I don't joke. I'm a good person, okay? I'm a good person, but I don't joke. I'm a good person, but I don't joke. I'll open the 6th realm and the 8th realm. You, a small boy, during the days of your father, that another foolish guy in this country, during the days of your father, he misbehaved at Pankrono, took laws into his hands and fooled around, and nobody said anything. And you think that foolish things your father did, you can bring it in this end time, where technology is highly inclined in societies. You think you can do that? The small chicken change you have, You bought a land at Kofodia Bush and you are there fooling around. You think you have money. You bet. I am honest. I'm Opatafuo. I'm Opatafuo. I am Opatafuo. I'm Opatafuo. I'm Opatafuo. You can never mess around with me. I'm telling you, it will not work. I'll come after you. I'll come after you. I'm Opatafuo. I'll come after you. I'll come after you. I'll come after you when you are asleep. You can decide to do watch night all night long, not even sleep. I'll come on daytime, come at night, come in the morning, come early at dawn. I'll come after you. You people thought you are breaking me down. You want to bring me down financially. The small gods you people are bowing to every now and then, even that God has been able to bless you. You think you are the only one that has something in your room, right? Oh my goodness. Greetings to you all. I am Opatafuo. A formidable name. Don't mention this name anyhow. I am Opatafuo. I'm Opatafuo. I'm Opatafuo. Foolish people in this country. These people, they are very wicked and evil. They cause people pain. They hide behind scenes and pay people to disgrace people. So, may the peace of the Lord be with you everywhere that you are. I pray that may every burden on your shoulder be lifted as you have a clean heart and a good heart. May my Father show you kindness, love. May you never lack financially. May you never lack financially. Young man, you see, you buried your father your mother just, I think last year, right? Get yourself prepared. I'm coming after you. I will hunt you spiritually and physically. You pay people to come and bring Opatafuo down. Did you check? Don't you know I have that unforgiving heart? And that is how the Jewish people behave. The true Israelites, they don't forgive. Mida keneged mida. Mida keneged mida. Mida keneged mida. Mida keneged mida. So let's get back to business. Mida keneged mida. I'm telling you, mida keneged mida. Now, the last time I actually told you that latest by on the 17th, from the 15th to latest by 17th, there's going to be an outbreak of disease in UK. And I believe most of you people did listen to me that day. And I also went ahead to assure you people that since Trump said the war was going to end very soon, I actually went ahead and told you that if they tell you that the war is going to end very soon, it's a complete lie, because things are going to happen. And I actually pinpointed to you what is bound to happen. There are things that will happen. Now, I have a lot of prophecies. I have a lot of prophecies. And very soon I'll tell you what is on the way coming, so that you get yourself prepared. You're a small boy. You don't know. Greetings to you everywhere that you are. You, that guy who paid that guy who always put on cloth to come and misbehave, telling people that he is a seer, and because of that he sees through spiritually, where he gave a false prophecy to the honorable that he is going to be the flag bearer for MPP. You pay that guy for that guy to come and destroy me. I'm telling you that me that can get me that. Go and look for the meaning of that thing. Me that can get me that. Me can get me that. And you, this Obolotre, I'm not yet done with you. I'll personally crush you and bring you down and prove to you that even paracetamol, you don't have it. Mida can get Mida. You're a small boy. You're only bluffing with the small guns you have. You have bathed something. You have swallowed something, right? Wait till I finish with you. Ask them. You come and ask Kumasi people, those who took to themselves to disgrace me, those who were sitting at the comfort of their zones gossiping about me, and they thought I didn't know. I knew all, but I know that Mida Keneged Mida. Today they are suffering. Some of them, when they hear about me, they run away. Some of them, when they hear about me, they run away just like that. You pour libation and mention a formidable name. Minia, a friend of Opatafuo. We are say, and son in Suobe Drew baby or one. Not near walk when you are a year free home. Yes, I want to be called. Then Bassam Chironi said, before so bet me a Drew baby, I will do. We see a question me be a free hoate. When you be an who say, or your boy crash. Goodbye. We will meet on Monday, this same time. Monday, a lot of prophecies are going to happen. A lot of prophecies are going to happen. A lot of prophecies are going to happen. I'll give you authentic prophecy. Monday, I'll personally talk about Nigeria. Something is about to happen in Nigeria, and I'll talk about it. Stay tuned. I am He